So here we've got Ahmed Yaqub, who is apparently a solicitor, although if I ever needed a criminal solicitor and I walked into an office and I saw this man sitting across the desk, I certainly wouldn't be spending a lot of time there. But nevertheless, I'm sure he is qualified in some way, however untrustworthy the man appears to me. Now, I'm going to play you a couple of videos about what's going to be happening at Birmingham, because apparently Mr. Yaqub and a lot of people like him, including, I might say, Jeremy Corbyn, are going to be turning up at Birmingham to prevent people from attending football matches and to raise a mass protest outside of Birmingham. Of course, I believe that this is, or certainly has the potential to kick off, sadly. So I'm going to play you a couple of these videos from Mr. Yaqub here, and I'll let you draw your own conclusions about whether this is somebody who you would follow.
6th of November, it's game over for Maccabi Tel Aviv and Israel. Protesters are coming from all over the UK peacefully. We're going to protest with our families and let people know the frustration that we have. Israel should not be in FIFA. There's over 30 organizations that are involved and the numbers are going to be huge.
Absolutely. My message to those right-wing extremists and the barbaric Israeli supporters who are supporting Maccabi Tel Aviv, that the city of Birmingham and moreover Aston is the home of lions.
Lions, and we will not just remain silent when genocidal complicits come in and play football in our city. Remember that. I urge all the youth to be peaceful and not to cover their faces on that day. We want to send a clear message of peace and justice.
Birmingham is united against Israel. Okay, game over for Israel on 6th of November.
Remember that.
Game over.
Game over.
Activists are planning to do a complete shutdown of Birmingham on November 6th. I've heard activists from all over the country are going to be present in Birmingham on November 6th because they want to show solidarity with the Palestinians, and they also want to show the far right that we as a community can unite against racism, can unite against fascism, and hopefully the numbers that I am getting or predictions of people coming is over 300,000 people at this moment in time, and I'm sure more people will join the movement and more people will join the cause closer to the game. West Midlands Police need to take some action because violence is something that we do not want, but we do have a right to protest, to do static protests all over Birmingham, and we will exercise that right. And I will support all the activists that are involved in these protests. Remember that.
So this is clearly a man who has a sense of justice, who is a qualified solicitor, who clearly likes rabble-rousing, and it looks like he'll be up at court next year on money laundering charges. And I've also got an example of the type of internet live streaming that's been going out to a huge amount of people within the city of Birmingham. And this is just one from a number that are available, and you'll see the type of thing it is. It's kind of a live broadcast related to the people of Birmingham, but also it is heavily tinged with a religious element. And this is one of those things in the modern day that anybody can do if you've got a camera and you've got a microphone and you go on the internet. And in effect, these people are quoting religious doctrine over the internet to a huge amount of people. And this is what enables, these hundreds of thousands of people to turn up. And, these two gentlemen that you're about to see here are on the right of conservatism. I mean, these people here are extremely socially conservative. So you've got Mr. Yaqub talking about the far right. Well, here are some very social conservative chaps who are going to give you their opinion on Aston Villa.
Muslims to be wearing the Aston Villa key. We should be wearing the Palestine flags when we come out. We should be holding the banners of Palestine. We should be wearing t-shirts of Palestine. We should be showing support to our Palestinian brothers and sisters. See British flags being raised in Birmingham, because Birmingham, the dynamics are totally different. So you will see the British flags being raised with the Palestinian flags, going there to show support for Palestine and against this type of ideology. Objective here is the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the main thing, that we do this not for cloud chasing, we do this for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We want it structured, we want it calm, we want it collective, we want it non-violent. Keir Starmer is pushing this type of rhetoric, Shabana Mahmood is pushing this type of rhetoric, and the police force they don't cancel this match, then the police force, the council, the government and people like Shabana Mahmood and many MPs will be responsible for the violence that takes place on that.
And so we really all know what this is about. And, here's the leaflet here. It's about Israel and Zionism. This isn't about football. It's got nothing to do with violent fans or anything else like that. And I did find the promotional video quoting fascism. And, that's mildly hilarious, considering that he's using a level of authoritarian soft power, using the people who live in Birmingham to prevent other people from peaceably going about their business. So regardless of whether there's trouble or not, and I sincerely hope there isn't going to be trouble there, because this type of thing can spiral very quickly out of control. And I believe there are other marches going ahead somewhere, or people wanting to gather somewhere and kind of show their support, and the police are on standby, etc. I certainly hope there's no trouble, because trouble's never nice and somebody might get hurt. But I think this speaks to the greater problem. The politicians have allowed these Gaza protests to get out of hand, and now we have a situation in Birmingham where nobody can stop what's going on. So we've got hundreds of thousands of people walking the streets, all united under one banner, who are now telling the people of this country what we can do and what we can't do. And this is being allowed to happen. Now, to my mind, if you're going to ban the fans, then they should have been banned from the whole stadium. The very fact that there are some fans being allowed into the stadium is the travesty. Quite simply, all fans should have been just removed from the equation, and that would have, dialed down the atmosphere. But of course, Aston Villa want to make a few quid within all of this. But, this problem, of which keeps coming up time and time again, is a problem that has been created primarily by this government, but also by, the Tories as well, because, they've let in millions of people with this alternative belief system, which is in effect caustic to Western democracy, because we believe in free speech, and we also believe that if you're a football fan of another team who we don't like, we should still let you play football, because that's called what British people do. We don't turn up en masse and prevent people from going about their business. That's something that happens in foreign countries, but it doesn't happen here. But of course, this is the new normal in Britain now, and this is what we have to live with. So this has been created by the politicians, and what are they doing now? They're just allowing the police to kind of look at this and deal with it and hope this goes away. But unfortunately, sectarianism is here, and it's only going to get worse and worse. And we've allowed an enclave of foreign people to come into our country, and they are now dictating what is happening in a specific area of the country. And we are going to reap the rewards of this. We are going to reap what we have sown. We've allowed this to perpetuate, and there's no avoiding what comes down the line now, I'm afraid. And it's nothing good. It's all bad. Thanks very much for your time.